She, after all, had a starship in space that was lost in the Delta Quadrant and had to get them home. And she needed Chakotay to have her back. So that's what happened between these two very different people who came together to lead this starship home. And her feeling about him is very deep.
Let me ask you about playing Flesh and Blood Admiral Janeway along with Hologram Janeway in this next phase of Prodigy episodes. How do you approach the two roles, and do you have fun differentiating the two in your performances?
Well, that's the greatest fun, is this distinction, making this distinction, building it, creating it, shaping it, and then following through with it. And sometimes in the recording booth, it becomes quite challenging because they can be stacked one on top of the other. So I have to have them well established in my imagination, and well established by virtue of temperament, by virtue of tone, nuance, everything that would define Vice Admiral Janeway and distinguish her from Hologram Janeway. So it's a delicate process, and it's also very, very pleasurable.
Now, I have to say, two animated Janeways aren't enough. Would you reprise Admiral Janeway in live action?
I would consider it if it were of the same genius level that Prodigy is. If I could have a great creative hand at the helm, I would certainly consider it.
No, that would be amazing. Now, yeah. So many Voyager fans are devoted to the idea of Janeway and Chakotay being romantic. And obviously, Admiral Janeway is searching for Chakotay in this next phase of episodes. What is your take on the relationship going all the way back to the beginning of Voyager?
Deep love, deep fidelity. She could not have done it without Chakotay. And Chakotay defected from the Maquis. He made a great sacrifice, personal sacrifice, for which Janeway could never really completely thank him enough. It's a friendship of a great depth, almost inexpressibly deep. Romantically, they never came together, and that was Janeway's choice. She, after all, had a starship in space that was lost in the Delta Quadrant and had to get them home, and she needed Chakotay to have her back. So that's what happened between these two very different people who came together to lead this starship home. And her feeling about him is very deep.
My last question for you. Prodigy's mission statement is to bring Star Trek's values to a new young audience. And in the years since Prodigy premiered, have you experienced a mission accomplished moment?
Oh, almost from the get-go. I think that it enjoyed a kind of almost organic response in terms of passion, acceptance, and understanding. And of course, that would be true of this demographic. These are young kids watching Star Trek for the first time through these other characters and through the guidance of Hologram Janeway. And it's absolutely been thrilling and extremely satisfying.
Is there a favorite moment or something you just can't wait for everyone to see in this next group of episodes?
Yes, but that would be a spoiler.
Well, I had to try.
There are a number of them, John, coming up.
I've seen them.
Yes, you've seen. Vice Admiral Janeway has a couple of very, very interesting moments, I think. Not without humor, but it's also under great duress. So I think these episodes are quite compelling.
They really are. I thought they were spectacular. Just all five that I've seen, I thought were just great. The show is just really hitting it on every cylinder.
I'm so glad to hear you say that, John. Thank you.
Well, this has been a great pleasure, Kate. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
It's been mine. Take care.
Take care.